delete, delete that. Yep, delete that. Delete all of that. Delete that. Delete everything. I need to delete all button. Delete. Yeah. I'm back! I'm back to streaming on Twitch! Yes! I am finally back to streaming on my Twitch channel. You may have noticed that I've been gone for about 4 months. You might not. Maybe you didn't even know I streamed on Twitch. And as of Monday, the 28th of March 2022, I am back to streaming. Finally. Oh my god, it's been so long. But basically, I just needed a break. I really just needed a break from streaming on my Twitch channel, but I am deleting everything. I'm getting rid of everything. I'm starting from scratch. New game, new journey, new start. And at the end of the last year, I done that. I took a bit of a break, and there was loads of different reasons why I did. So one of the reasons was that I wanted to spend some time working on my YouTube channel and just like get back into the habit of editing and sort of like practice editing again, because I am very much out of practice since I spent so much time streaming. Also for my mental health, so I just felt a lot of pressure to stream even when I was feeling really exhausted, or I felt really guilty when I couldn't stream because I was working, because one of my jobs is extras work. It's actually called supporting artists, but most people know it's extras. So it's just being in the background of like TV and movies, and the work tends to be like really long days where I don't have my phone on me and I can't even tweet to say, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot I was supposed to be streaming today, so I can't stream. So I just felt guilty all the time. There was a lot of pressure around enjoying games, so I felt a lot of the time that I couldn't really enjoy gaming, because I'd either think of a game to play on stream, or like play a game on stream and then just be worried about it getting ruined for me by people like dropping spoilers or telling me how to play the game, which is really freaking annoying. And it would just make me angsty about playing certain games, because I was like, someone's just gonna ruin it for me, and I just really don't want to have this game ruined for me. And on the flip side, I didn't want to play certain games off stream because I felt guilty for like I felt like I was letting people down because I started the game on stream, or said I'd play it on stream and then playing it off stream, and I'd be like, oh, you're missing all these great moments. So I like really needed to just reconnect with gaming and like love it just for the fun of it, because I just always felt guilty unless I was like playing with friends, and that just kind of added to stress and really didn't help with my mental health, which is crazy because it's literally the opposite of why I stream and why I like games, right? And then originally I was meant to start streaming in January, but in December I went to visit my mum in Portugal, and while I was visiting her I had a health check. You can see the details of that on a video on my YouTube channel, so you can check that out. Basically found out there was loads of things wrong with me, which was a massive explanation for why I was getting so tired all the time, and lifing was just generally very difficult. So yes, I decided that when I got back to the UK, I just really wanted to focus on my health and make sure that my physical health was good, and of course also like my mental health. I just really wanted to make sure like I had things and routines down, and that was a real focus in my life. And of course in between that I still had to work, trying to earn money, even though loads of it got cancelled, but that's a whole different story. For the last few months my main objective has been my health, making sure I'm taking my vitamins, making sure I'm eating well, making sure I'm actually eating several meals a day rather than just one, and then getting carried away with like content creation or other worky stuff and not actually getting around to eating. It's very important. Yeah, and looking after my mental health as well, making sure I spent time slowing down, taking some time out, recharging, and really thinking about what I needed to do to live a healthy, well-rounded life. Finding that out did really make me kind of reflect on my content. If I'm not looking after my physical and mental health, am I really making the kind of content that I want to put out there? Is my content sending out the right message? How can my content align with my beliefs if my lifestyle and how I'm living my life doesn't? And is my content serving others and myself? And really the answer to all of those questions was no, it wasn't. So after making sure that I was on top of looking after my physical and mental health, and that I've got things in place for that, and that I've really taken a shift in my mind that is a focus, the next step was figuring out what I want my content to look like and how I can integrate that into a life that I want, and make sure my content and life is coexisting happily. And since the kind of content I want to make very much aligns with the life I want to live, that was quite easy, to be honest, but it was just clarifying it in my mind and putting it down into words in a way that I can go back to, and that I can really help to inform, kind of give myself a manifesto type thing, something that I can look at and reflect and really just have it clarified and written down for myself to look back on and reflect when I'm really struggling, or just really finding things hard, that I've got something that's from myself as well, not from someone else telling me this is how you should live your best life. From myself, in my own words. That was a way that I could really help to focus myself for when I was feeling really down, when things are hard, when I felt really lost. After reflecting on what I wanted my content to look like, I came up with 6 key points, areas, I don't really know what to call them, 6 key things that I want my content to be aligned with and that you can expect from my streams. So they're kind of broken down into 2 sections. The one section is how my content serves others, and the other section is how it serves myself. So the 3 key things for serving others are entertain, inspire, and connect. I really want to entertain and bring joy to people's lives, whether that's making people laugh or making them smile or just blessing everyone with my good looks and charm. I have realised that inspiring others is kind of part of my life's purpose. I think it's one of the reasons why I exist on this earth. And I truly do believe that, because it's something that always comes back to me and makes me feel fulfilled, is when I can inspire others. And I want to inspire people to live their best authentic life, follow their dreams. I want to inspire hope and creativity and healthy whole lifestyles, but whatever that means to people. But I want to inspire you to find that within yourself. So connecting is technically one that serves me as well as others, and building a community is going to be part of that. Naturally connecting with others, you'll build a community, but like my main focus with connecting is making relatable content that really connects with people. I want to feel seen as well as help others to feel seen in a way that I want people to feel that moment when you're like, oh my god, this is how I feel. I thought I was the only person that felt like this. I thought I was the only person that had this experience. And those moments where you just feel really understood. Honestly, this is going to be the toughest thing to fulfill in my content, because it's going to require a balance of vulnerability and boundaries which is something I'm still learning, but we'll figure it out. And maybe not just between people as well, but like I have this thing about being connected with your food and being connected with nature, being connected with the planet around us. And that is the last of the 3 key things to serve others. So the 3 key things to serve myself are growth and improvement. They're like one thing. Enjoyment and income. And I realize these 3 things link quite well to the serve other 3 things, which is a good thing. So I like to use content as a way to improve myself and level up my skills. In the early days of starting my YouTube channel, one of the things I wanted to use it for was improving my speech, and it really did help because I was editing myself and noticed how I speak. And of course, like editing skills, communication, etc. So I really like to use my content as a way to level myself up. And this really nicely connects with inspiring others, because the best way to inspire others is to lead by example. Enjoyment's kind of obvious because of course streaming should be fun, but I really have to enjoy making content and streaming, especially with streaming. This is a very key one for streaming, because if I'm having fun and I'm enjoying myself, then I'm gonna be making better content. I'm gonna be coming up with better ideas, and all in all, it's gonna be a more enjoyable experience for all of us, which, you know, is like one of the key points is to serve others, is to entertain. So if I'm having fun, I'm more likely to be making entertaining content. And then I can already hear people sighing and like, oh my god, you want to make money off making content, oh my god. I want streaming to lead to income, either directly, so you know, like just being sponsored, or y'all subbing to my channel so that I can have a better channel. That's not really the main thing that I think about when I think of making income from streaming, and these key points are like from all my content. But in terms of streaming specifically, I'm really trying to do it as a hobby. And when I say income, I more mean leading me, or helping me lead me to opportunities to gain income. So yeah, I do want it to lead to income, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong even if you want streaming to be full-time income. Just not the goal that I personally want from streaming, but from content creation as a whole, yes please, income, num num. Now obviously not every time I go live or create some content is going to fit into all 6 of these things, but I do want it to fit into at least 2 of these things. So 1 from each of the 2 categories. Hopefully overall, when you watch all of my content together, it kind of snowballs into these. And if they are fulfilling none of these key points, or they're just taken away from what I want my life to look like in general, then something's gone terribly wrong, and I need to come back to this video and also the little document that I wrote out for myself that like reflects my goals. Oh, so I told you at the start that I'm starting from scratch. I'm scrapping everything and starting from the beginning, which technically is not true, because I am keeping my channel. All my past streams are staying up, some of my emotes, but I am stripping things down to the bare bones. There's no overlays. I'm gonna have basic alerts. I think I've deleted all my panels and about me section, and you're just gonna have to guess who the hell I am. And there is a few reasons for this. I want the simplicity. I really want to reduce what I'm doing, because before I was trying to do everything. Like there's so much you can do with streaming. Streaming's so fun. But I was trying to do all of it. I was trying to have interaction, I was trying to have this and that, I was trying to have all of it, and it meant that there's more things going wrong, and it was just taken away from the overall stream. So we're just getting rid of all that, starting again and just building up slowly. I want the chance to learn some things that I might have missed when I started streaming a whole like 6-7 years ago, or that are like new to streaming since I started and that I might have missed because I just like haven't kept up with that or whatever. There's loads of things. There's loads of new things and there's loads of things I missed in the beginning. And I want things to align, make sure things are aligning with those key points I said earlier. So starting from scratch is just the easiest way to do that. And as well, help my brain disassociate a bit from my past streams. I mean, there's loads of different reasons why I need to mentally disassociate from those and have like a degree of separation away from it. And like, those are my old streams and this is the new streaming. So I just want to start new a bit. I want it to be a bit fresh. Things are gonna sort of like develop and grow little by little as I get into streaming. I'm really trying to pace myself with it. So if I go off on like tangents of like, oh my god, I can add this and this and this and this, feel free to remind me like, yo, Taz, it's supposed to be just little by little. But yeah, just help it shape more for who I am now, because obviously I'm not the same person as when I started. I mean, there's lots of things that are the same about me, but I have changed and grown as a human being, so naturally my stream should change and grow as well. I mean, it has, and I might keep some things or bring some things back, like my overlays. I quite like those, so they might get changed, or I might just bring back the ones I already had. I look forward to you joining me on this new journey and seeing where things go, how things shape in the future, whether you're joining right when I've started streaming again in March, or if it's a bit later down the line. So make sure you're in the Discord, as well as following me on Twitter and Instagram, which is @Tazzy on both of those, to make sure that you can be notified when I'm going live and keep up to date with the information on when I will be live, because I'm most likely going to post it across those platforms. And you can also turn on Twitch alerts and you'll get an alert to your phone or your email, however you want to do it. That's a good way to know when I am live. So make sure you head over to Twitch and check my streams out. You can also give it a follow. I do also have a separate YouTube channel, which I'm going to try and put all my live streams on, or some of my live streams on from my Twitch channel. So you can follow that if you want to catch them at a later date. And I will see you over on my Twitch channel. How many times I'm going to say my Twitch channel? Just making sure you know that I'm going live on my Twitch channel. And I'll catch you over there in the live chat.